7 races left. The PCS heads to Pocono Raceway for the running of Lowe's 548 Fans Hometown Track 500. And guess what? We have an all hefty front row. On the pole we have the 19 of Nick Brockman. On the outside is the 14 of Rohit Vedarbu. Look at that. We have teammates on the front row. What are the odds of that? Starting third is the 34 Scott Ferguson, and fourth is the 8 of Daniel Day. And starting fifth is the 55 Ethan Hamill, and sixth is the 15 Nick Parasols. Starting seventh is the 5 John Radican, and eighth is the 22 Avi Sachs. Starting ninth is the 7th of Kyle Sosnowski, rounding out the top 10, the 11 of John McNamara. And on the 6th car today, it should be Mark Matthews. I forgot to change the name of Makoto Iguchi to Mark Matthews, but it is Mark Matthews on his old car again for his final race of the season. This is his host race, so he gets back in the 6th for one more race. But please ignore the Makoto Iguchi name on it. It's actually supposed to be Mark Matthews. I just forgot to change the driver name on that 6th. But it is Mark Matthews behind that vehicle car, so pretend it's Mark Matthews. And now without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Oh, and just by the way, Jonathan Thoman, the points leader, starts in 40th out of 41 drivers, as Charles Roberts is still suspended for his spoilers. Only Leia Walker is below Thoman in the qualifying. And there he is right there. Jonathan Thoman's in 40th. He's going to have to work his way up in order to solidify another good points. He does have a massive lead, but that could change in a matter of just a few races. We will see as the hefty cars lead us for 26 laps at the Tricky Triangle. First time we've ever seen two cars from the same sponsor lead the front row, and the green flag is out. We're underway at Pocono. And this can cause wrecks. The tricky turns have been known to be a wreck fest. So everyone's got to be very careful when navigating these turns. Like here, 4 wide. Hamill gets into the 14 and spins him out. And there's a lot of drivers held up behind. Oh my gosh. And look at this. A big wreck happens below. Thoman caught in the middle. Oh, he might have avoided it. Flip over with Alan Smith. Big wreck happening, and the caution is out. Whoa, the 34 got into the bottom there at one point. He saved it though to second, and 19 is still the leader under the caution flag. Here we go. 5 trying for second one more time. He's not going to get it, but the 19 takes the lead under caution. Wow, what a weird first lap we've had here. Started with here, Ethan Hamill wrecked out. We just got to see this again. And here it is, Rohit Vedarbu, tough break for him. His race ended in just a matter of a couple turns as he spins out the 55 of Ethan Hamill and held up the other drivers behind them. Avi Sachs just made it through, and he keeps his championship hopes alive with that move. Colin McNaught, though, was not so lucky. Neither was Austin Geip, and Mark Matthews in his host race didn't do so well either. Jonathan Thoman, I'm not sure if he had damage from that because there was a big pileup. Alan Smith flipped. How did that happen? Oh, there was Alan Smith. Oh, I think Thoman might have avoided it. What a... Oh, whoa, he got a little bump from Trevor Harvey, but here's Alan Smith flipped by Michelle Samedi. Michelle Samedi with the flip over, and wow, that was a flip. Austin Geip got damaged, and the others got held up behind him. And Alan Smith had so much damage he had to go to the pit road. Let's go on board with Jonathan Thoman and see what he sees. Our point leader, a.k.a. Balto Racing. Let's see if he avoided the wreck. Oh, a little bit of damage from Michelle Samedi. happened with Scott Ferguson. He actually had the lead at one point, but almost got turned by Nick Brockman, and he saved that car. He saved it. What a save for him, as the 34 was able to save that and was able to keep second over John Radican, which was more impressive. So another great save by Scott Ferguson. He's been making some of the greatest saves we've seen this season in the past couple races, and he's been running well, really well. Unfortunately, it's a little too late. It's too late for him to be a championship competitor. He came into the season in race 11 for the second year in a row. He replaced Austin Ogo for the second year in a row. Ogo is now in the 92 in a part-time ride. Michelle Samedi, Alex Smith, Alex Ragow, Alan Smith, Ethan Hamill, Trevor Harvey are done for the day. They finished in 37th through 41st. Jonathan Thoman survived and is now in 30th. And Mark Matthews, so did he, in 27th. Again, it's Makoto Gucci's name. I forgot to change the name though. But it's supposed to be Mark Matthews in the 6th, so I'm going to pretend that's Mark Matthews in the 6th machine. Nick Brockman, your leader. This is just his 4th race of the season, and he's already in the lead, and he already got a pole. So can he turn into a victory? However, we've seen a near scare between him and Scott Ferguson spinning out. We could see that again in the coming laps. Ferguson might want his revenge now. John Raddick in 3rd. He hasn't won this season. He's going to try to finally get that win. Ferguson's trying to join the 3 wins a season club. And just his, well, he hasn't raced in every race. He didn't race the first 10. Kyle Sosnowski is in 4th. James Shelley is in 5th. Daniel Day was 6th. They've won this season already. Zach Robinson 7th. They've won already. Nick Parasol's 8th. Abby Sachs. He's going to gain ground on the points leader if he keeps up with the top 10 finish. Dustin Ray is in 10th. So now the tricky triangles are going to go back into green flag racing again. Nick Brockman will lead us to the line. And here we go. And after this, there'll be only 6 races left this season. Man, has this season gone by quick. And the green's out again here at Pocono. Whoa, Luke Walker got a little bit on the high side there. Either that or Dustin Ray got a run on him right off the bat. Here comes the first tricky turn. Oh, it's so tight between 3 wide. It just feels tight here. Trying to make it 3 wide. Raddick and a little bit of contact between the 19. We're still green. Happy to know we're still green. 3 wide for the lead. Sosnowski has the advantage. Raddick over Raddick. What a save. No, he didn't save it. He spun out Daniel Day. Wow. Raddick spins Daniel Day. And the caution's out for the second time. Kyle Sosnowski survived that wreck. And he's going to be leading under caution. And look at Abby Sachs make a big jump to 3rd. What a jump by Abby Sachs. Wow. And I knew that second turn was going to be a deadly turn. And, well, this was no exception. Yeah, tough break for John Raddick, and he was sandwiched in the middle of the lead pack. And then Nick Brockman had contact with the 5 when he hit the wall. He tried to save it, but he hit Zach Robinson and Daniel Day instead. And wow, I'm surprised no one else got involved in those 3-car wreck. Wow. John Raddick, tough break for him. He got to be gut-wrenching for him to spin out when he was on the cusp of getting the lead. And Daniel Day was on the cusp of a top 5 finish, and his day was just ruined. But Kyle Sosnowski was able to make it through the wreck and take the lead. And Nick Parasols moves up to 2nd, however. As you see, their drivers going on that bottom line. It looks like they may be pitting under caution. Looks like we're going to have our first and maybe only set of pit stops today, unless the fuel becomes an issue later on at Pocono, because we've seen other tracks which it takes at least 2 pit stops to finish a race. And yep, everyone is pitting on the line, and I don't see anybody staying out. No, I don't think anybody's going to be staying out. They're not taking chances. So everyone's going to have a full tank when we get back under green. And Daniel Day still in the race. So is John Raddick and Zach Robinson. And here they go. Pit stops underway. And this is a perfect view of pit road, by the way. So we're going to keep it that way. Look at that. Everyone got on the pit road at around the same time. Weird. But nevertheless, some drivers got out. Let's see if Sosnowski gets out. And it's between Sosnowski and Gene Sanford, but Kyle Sosnowski was able to get out first. Gene Sanford, look at that. She came out in second. That was an amazing pit stop by the 60, and all of a sudden, she's now in the top 5. Abby Sachs is still 5th. He's still in the top 5 somewhat. And Jonathan Thulman, he might be even the top 15 when we get back under green. What a comeback for him. And I guess that's going to be our line. But Gene Sanford, what a comeback. She's in second, only beaten by Kyle Sosnowski down pit road. How weird is that? That was an excellent pit stop for them. Nick Parasols came out 3rd, but nevertheless still a top 5 in. Oh, by the way. And John Raddick was the only driver that retired at 36, and he was the only driver from the second caution to retire from the race. So his day is officially done. But Zach Robinson and Daniel Day still have a chance for at least redemption. Day is in 21st, and Robinson is 30th. And it may be changing right now as Kyle Sosnowski still the leader after he made it through John Raddick's incident. But it's still very early in the race, and it could turn in an instant. So we all got to keep our eyes open for anything out of the ordinary. But here we go. Kyle Sosnowski, the new leader here at Pocono, as the green flag will wave again. Here comes Gene Sanford already. Right off the bat, she's going for the lead. Gene Sanford had an extraordinarily fast pit stop that moved her up to second, and she wants to make the most of it. We already have a caution. We didn't even get to turn 2 yet. But here we go, turn 2. Nick Parasols wants a piece. Oh, whoa, Marshall Rich got spun. Marshall Rich just spun back there. Here comes Nick Parasols. Can Parasols have a chance at Sanford? Parasols trying not to spin. Here they come. It's going to be close to the line. It's going to be. I think, it's Gene Sanford by inches. Despite a hard charge by Nick Parasols, Gene Sanford made it out. Wow. Gene Sanford by inches was able to make it out under caution and took the lead. Wow. Before we get to the real cause of the caution, here's what happened behind with Marshall Rich. I just saw him spin. He tried to make a pass on Luke Walker, but Walker just nudged him a little bit, and Pichu in the 99 just spun him out. He got sandwiched between the two TA2 Racing drivers and was left in the dust. And he's going to be furious with them today as well. There's Leia passing by and others passing by as well. But the question still remains, what caused the caution? Got to be around here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I think I might know. boy, Jonathan Thoman was involved in the wreck. There was a wreck behind turn 1 and Jonathan Thoman got caught up in it. Leah Walker, Kyle Beck were battling against Thoman for a position 3 wide. Then he smacked the wall, and then Nick Brockman gets a piece of it. His day gone from bad to worse. He was the leader in this restart. Then Daniel Day got involved with John McNamara spinning, and others were just trying to get through the smoke. But a tough break by Thoman. He thought he had a comeback in the bag, but unfortunately was not to be. Alrighty guys, we're back. We're giving the 1 to go signal. Austin Geib, Scott Ferguson, Rohit Vedarvu, Mason Wood, Ryan Acosta, and Austin LaPlante retired from those wrecks. That leaves only 29 drivers left in the field. Jonathan Thoman, thankfully, the 24 is in the 24th spot, so not much of a mistake there, but Avi Sachs might be able to gain ground on him in the point standings today. He's in 3rd, and the other competitor, James Shelley, is in 14th. So they might be able to be ahead of Jonathan Thoman, and that might be big points, and that could close the gap even further. So, but in the meantime, Jean Sanford trying to finally give the Sanford family their first win of the season. She's the only Sanford competing this year. Charles declined to compete after being runner-up last season. Nick Parasol's in 2nd. He is finally he's gonna try to finally win his first race. He's been so close many times. He's just not been able to pull the trigger. Avi Sachs in 3rd. He's going for that 4th win of the season. He's going to try to become the first driver to reach that big feat this season. Try to be ahead of Thoman at least. Kyle Sosnowski 4th, and Rod Houston rounds out your top 5. And a lot is at stake here from Pocono, as we're about to get back under green with 11 laps to go. And if we get 2 more cautions in a row, we might just have 1 or 2 more laps left. But that's only if we get 2 more cautions in a row, because we've had a green flag lap then a caution period. So it's been that pattern that way, but if it stays that way, we might have 1 more lap left. Green flag is out. Comes Nick Parasol's wasting no time for the lead. Avi Sachs trying to make a move. Sachs trying to make a move for the lead. And already we have another caution again, but we have to concentrate on the leaders right now. Uh-oh, here comes 3 wide. Jean Sanford just saved it. Wow, whoa. Sarah Yitzhak almost. But Sachs is coming up quick against Nick Parasol's. Last time it was a close battle for the lead. It might not be close this time. Nick Parasol is going to lead under caution. And held off a hard-charging Avi Sachs. And the caution came out again, once again, before we even got to the first turn. Ooh, wow. It was a big one, indeed. Here's what happened. As Colin McNaught, Daniel Day were all trying to finally redeem themselves, this happens. Day got too high up into Colin McNaught. No, the 40 Matthew Ziegler, I should say. Matthew Ziegler gets into him, and McNaught goes for a flip. No, Day goes for a flip, I should say. Daniel Day goes for a flip, and he's upside down. It's been a really tough day for Daniel Day. He's been never able to get a break, and unfortunately this was no exception. Wow, Day had a hard flip. And Day's day is unfortunately done. Yeah, no pun intended. But we did have our second caution in a row. And if it happens again, we may have at least 1 more lap or something if we can get back under green. And Day, I think, may be done unless a miracle happens. Currently he's a lap down. But since there's going to be less than 10 laps to go, it's doubtful that we're going to get a lap car behind. So Ziegler's already retired. Not too sure about Daniel Day. He's retired as well. That leaves 27 drivers. left in the field, as now there's almost half the field left, but we do have very few laps to go though, so it's not like that anything else is going to happen. And at this point, it just barely filled up the meter, the scoreboard has at least one retiree in there, and it's all of them in the second page have retired already. So Nick Parasol's leading under caution. He's going to have a tough battle against three-time winner this season, Avi Sachs. Either way, unless he wrecks out, Avi Sachs might have a phenomenal day, and that could get him back in contention for the points lead. It looks as though Stallman would have put it away, but Sachs came up, and he's done well, and he's got his teammate Rod Houston who could help him out somewhat. Or maybe Rod Houston could go for that very first Pokemon Cup win. He's been waiting for it for about 2 seasons, and he hasn't gotten it yet. But he's trying to do so here tonight. Kyle Sosnowski in 4th. He's trying to finally get redemption here and get that 3rd win, trying to join that 3-win-a-season club. And Dustin Ray, the Daytona 500 winner, has not won since. Ray is looking to finally go back to victory lane again for a 2nd win. Nick Parasol's trying again, like I said, trying to get his very first Cup win. He hasn't won this season. He's been very close many times. He's trying to prevent another heartbreaking defeat. We'll see if Parasols will get back into it as we get 6 laps to go. Yep, 6 laps to go. One more caution immediately after the first lap, and I think we may have 1 or 2 laps left. We'll just have to see though as the green flag waves. Looks like Parasols won't be able to hold off Sachs for too long. Here he comes, but Rod Houston isn't exactly helping. Well, kind of. Helping him out on the draft. It looks like teammates may prevail again. But will Rod Houston take it for himself? Is he trying to set up a plan? Here comes the next turn. Sachs hits it. Houston goes down below. Oh, and there's a spin between Austin Ogo. If Houston wants to make a move, it's going to be now. Here he comes against Houston. Here comes Sachs. And Avi Sachs might be able to hold him off. And he'll be leading it under the caution. And if it ends under caution, he may be the winner. And we just saw Austin Ogo spun out, and Rod Houston tried desperately to find a move, but he couldn't. Mainly he was a teammate and he wanted to give Sachs that 4th win of the season. He knows that though he's going to have to wait maybe another race in order to get that first win. Unless if we get back under green, that could change everything. And here's what happened. Luke Walker sandwiches Austin Ogo, and Ogo goes for a spin. And Devin Whitston gives him a little tap right there. And Jonathan Thoman just avoided another disastrous wreck. He had already had a bad day already. Hope this is not going to be a, probably start up something. And there was another spin actually with Billy Bishop, and I think that might have actually caused the caution. And again, Leia Walker caused the spin this time as she hits the wall. She clips the 16 Joey Murphy. I meant to say Joey Murphy, and a little piece of Jonathan Thoman, and a little piece of Nick Brockman. Wow. Wow. That might have been the real cause of it. No, the Ogo spin was the cause of the caution. There just happens to be another spin. So Avi Sachs is just hoping that this race would end under caution. If he can get that 4th win of the season, he'd join in Trevor Harvey, his 4-win-a-season club. That would be an amazing feat for Avi Sachs. He's won every season. He only won 1 in Season 2. He's won 3 times in Season 3. And now he's going for his 8th career Pokemon Cup victory and his 4th this season. Unless if we go back under green, He's hoping that doesn't happen because Rod Houston, Dylan Young, Nick Parasols, Dom Capps are going to be hungry for it. And I think we're going to get one more lap to go. I have a feeling. If we do get one more lap to go, boy, is it going to be a chase. And the lights are off. We're going to be having one more lap to go. That means one more lap to determine the winner of Pocono. Avi Sachs' fourth win. He's going to try to hold off his own teammate Rod Houston for it. But Houston is desperate to finally go to victory lane in the Pokemon Cup. Dylan Young going for a second win. Nick Parasols trying to win for the first time in his career. And Dom Capps trying to go to victory lane for the first time since Season 3 at M&M's. Everything is at stake, but only one will prevail. Here we go. Pace cars out with one more to go at Pocono. The green and white flag will be out, and it will be a mad dash to the checkered flag. No matter when a wreck happens, we're still going to race to the line. Green is out. Here comes turn one, where many of the passes. Houston's going to make it. Ron Houston's going to make the pass, and Sachs is going to have to win another race to get that fourth win. But wait, Nick Parasols on the bottom. Parasols got the better move. Parasols has the better line. Dylan Young coming up quick. Looks like neither Penske driver's going to victory lane. Here comes Dylan Young, 3 wide. Young on the bottom, getting help from Dom Capps. Parasols tried desperately, it's not going to be enough. We have a caution to race to the line anyway. But Dylan Young, out of nowhere, is going to come off the final turn, wait a minute, and claim his second career victory. I thought Nick Parasols for a second there had a run on top, so I said, wait a minute, it was going to be a close race, but Dylan Young was able to hold off for a second win of the season. Nick Parasols, another heartbreaking defeat for him. Oh, he just went through the pace car, and everyone is just sliding everywhere. Oh, and a spin behind them. Jacob Lawler just spun out on the end of the race. And that was a big mess in the back, folks. Oh boy, it's so fast I can't even catch up. And I'm not even going to bother to cut to the caution because we've already had a ton of those today. It involved Kyle Beck and Luke Walker. And we saw Lawler spin out as well. But Dylan Young comes out of nowhere. He started the restart in fourth, and he used the runs to his advantage to take the checkers here at Pocono. After being shut out of wins for a long time, this is his second win of the season in the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series. He's won already at Spain. He's won again at Pocono, and he survived a triangle. Nick Parasols, I thought he was going to have a run on the high side in the line. He was on the line, but he wasn't able to pull it off, and unfortunately he's going to have to wait another day for that win. Dom Capps moves up to third, a great top, another podium finish. That wasn't a win, but Capps is just amazing. Rod Houston finishes fourth. He had the lead at halfway through the final lap, but he lost it to Young, and he ended up losing the line in fourth. Chris Harley, out of nowhere, finishes in fifth as he drops Avi Sachs to sixth. Sachs was the leader on the restart, and he drops out of the top five in just one lap. It goes to show you anything can happen. James Shelley in seventh. Sachs and Shelley, though, in second and third in the points. They beat out Jonathan Thoman, who finished in 20th. That's going to be a big points day for them, if any. Tim Frelick comes in 8th. George Rourke in 9th. And Pichu rounds out the top 10. And here's the rest of the field down below. What a shocking win on a final turn pass. Dylan Young wins here at Pocono. And it wasn't as much as they thought it would be. It's only down to 95 points behind Jonathan Thoman. Sachs is down 95 points behind. He would have loved to get a top 5. That would have been even more of a benefit. James Shelley finishes in third, well, is still in third, 185 points back. Nick Parasol's just moved up to fourth, 135 points back. If he wants to even be a shot at contention, he's going to have to get lucky and have the top 3 finish struggle in the next race at least to even get a shot. And the winner, Dylan Young, has moved up to 5th, so a lot of the winners in top 5 moved up a couple spots. Kyle Sosnowski moves up to 6th, Ryan Acosta to 7th, Gene Sanford to 8th, Ethan Hamill to 9th. No, Chris Harley to 9th, Ethan Hamill to 10th. And 21st and 22nd are Devin Whitston and Zach Robinson, and 23rd and below, 23rd to 42nd right now, as you see the others that are out of contention for the championship, but well, that's okay. And here's the ones rest below. Next race is going to be at Phoenix International Raceway, the Mike Martz VMP Rickyard 200. So stick around everybody and we'll see you later.